Good day, everyone. Today, I want to show you guys how to combine two, three, or more tables together using Tableau. And in this case, we are going to be looking at what we call joins. No, not join, union, rather. Union. I think I've done a table on joins in Tableau. So in this case, I'm going to do what we call union. This is also known as appending queries, I believe, in Excel and Power BI. Now, if you look at these four sheets or tables I have here, one, look at this second one, two, look at this one, three, and look at this one, four. So you will notice something about these four sheets. You'll notice that they all have the same type of form of data, what I call it, data type. You can see that this first one has extraction date, business area, business zone, field, client ID, loan product, same as this second table. Extraction dates, business area, business zone area. And you can see that each of these data types are arranged in the same way. So this Excel file has four tables that have the same type of data, the same number of columns, the same type of column headers. So that simply means you can combine these four tables by stacking one on top of the other. Do you understand? Placing one on top of the other or stacking one on top of the other. And we'll call that appending queries. But in Tableau, it's known as union. So I can bring this daily loan and I can place this association loan right under daily loan and this individual loan right under that combination and this other one right under. So you place one data right under the other, one table right under the other, or one table on top of the other. Why? Because they have the same number of columns, the same column arrangement, the same data type, and the same everything. So it's just like this first table, this second table is a continuation of this first table, and this one is a continuation of this. So I want to combine them into one table. So how do we do that? How do we do that using Tableau? So I'll go over here, I'll click on search and I'll type Tableau public. Okay, this is my Tableau public. I'll pick Tableau public. So I'll click on it and wait for it to load. So once it loads, I now need to load that my data into Tableau. I just need to know where the data is, the name of the data set and where, or the name of the file and where it is located in my machine. So since the Microsoft Excel file, I'll click on Microsoft Excel. So I'll look for it where I saved it. So I believe it should be here, Data Lab with Hugo, teaching materials. And I think this is it, combining tables. So I'll click on that and I'll click on open. So these are the four tables. As you can see, they are arranged in alphabetical order. So I will drag this first one here. As you can see, this place shows drag tables here to create a data model. So I'll click on this first one, I'll drag it and I'll drop it here. So I'll collapse this place and I'll extend this up a little bit. So if you see here, this first table I brought in, association loan, this first table, association loan, you can see it has 6 fields, which is 6 columns and 17 rows. Now let me bring in the remaining ones. So I'll come over where I have association loan. I don't want that. I'll come over where I have association loan. I'll click on this drop down. Then I'll go over to convert to union. Do you see that? Convert to union. Do you see convert to union? So if I wanted to combine them by joining, I would have gone for open, but I want to use union. That's I want to place one table right under the other. So I'll click on convert to union. So I'll click on convert to union. And you can now see it has shown me combining tables, appending. If you remember, I said that this union in Tableau is also known as appending queries. So I'll click on this second table, then I'll drag it and I'll place it under that. So I have my daily loan there. Remember, if I should drag here, before I place that field, let me bring it out. I had how many rows initially? Okay, let me just continue. Or, okay, let me just close this. Let's see how many rows I had. Before the combination, I had 16 fields. That's from this first one, 16 fields. That's for association, 16 field and 17 rows. So take note of that. So I'll come over here, click on this drop down, and I'll go to convert to union. So I'll click on daily loan. I'll drag it and I'll place it here. So I'll just do that for the rest. I'll click on individual loan. I'll drag it and I'll drop it here. Then I click on the SME loan. I'll drag it and I'll drop it under here. So after placing the 4 tables, I'll now go over and I'll click on apply and I'll click on OK. You see that initially we had about, in the first table, we have about, I think 6 columns and 17 rows. We can see that number of row count has increased. So if I should scroll towards the end, because we still have to have the same number of columns, which is 6, but because of the combination we did, it now added the sheets part of the combination and the table part. So we don't need these two. You can see it's just all about the names of the tables. So I'll click on this first column. I'll hold down my control button and I'll click on the second column. Then I bring my cursor to this down. I'll click on it, this drop down, and I'll click on hide to remove those 2 columns because they are not needed. So now I now have 6 fields and 272 rows. That's 6 columns and 272 rows. So this is how you combine 2 or more tables that have the same number of columns, the same type of data together using Tableau. I believe you enjoyed this one. Bye and have a great day.